Hello guys and welcome back to Spanish from Scratch. I'm Eduardo. If you are new to the channel, welcome and thank you for watching my video. Now, in today's lesson, we are going to be learning how to talk about our experiences in Spanish. So we're going to be using phrases like I have never been to Disney, or I've eaten that several times today, or I have seen that movie 1,000 times. So without any further ado, let's go into the whiteboard. Alright guys, so let's begin with examples on the whiteboard. Example number 1, and we have Yo he visitado muchos países de Latinoamérica. Let's repeat that one more time. Yo he visitado muchos países de Latinoamérica. So I've visited many countries in Latin America. So we have yo. Yo is the subject, and he. He means have, and it functions as an auxiliary for experiences. So we say yo he, I have. One more time. Yo he, I have. And we have the verb visitado. So I've visited. Yo he visitado muchos países de Latinoamérica. Visitado is the verb in the participle form. So it means visited. Let's repeat one more time. Yo he visitado muchos países de Latinoamérica. Example number 2. Mi hermano nunca ha estado en Europa. One more time. Mi hermano nunca ha estado en Europa. So my brother has never been in Europe. Sorry. So in Spanish, we change the order a little bit and we say my brother never has been to Europe. So let's repeat. Mi hermano nunca ha estado en Europa. So mi hermano would be the subject. Nunca, never, and a is the auxiliary, so it's the equivalent to has. My brother never has. Mi hermano nunca ha. And estado is the verb in participle form. Has been. Ha estado en Europa. Example number 3. María y yo hemos tenido una discusión. So María and I, the subject, hemos, have. María and I have. María y yo hemos tenido una discusión. So María and I have had a discussion, an argument. So hemos, we have, tenido, had a discussion. This part tends to be very confusing for English speakers because in English the verb have as a possession, like I have a cup, or I have a computer, or I have a Spanish class tomorrow, is the same one that we use for I've been there or I have eaten that as an auxiliary. In Spanish, these are separate words, okay? Tener is only for your possessions, for things that you own, that you have at the moment, like your cell phone, money, objects, etc., etc. And the verb haber is the one that functions as an auxiliary in other times, okay? Like I have never eaten that, I hadn't done that before. In these cases, we're going to use a conjugation of haber in present, in past, or in other tense. So hemos tenido, have had. So we're going to need two things to make this conjugation: auxiliary and verb. Now let's take a look at the negative example and we say yo no he visitado Europa. One more time. Yo no he visitado Europa. So I haven't visited Europe. To make the negative, we just need to place the no before the auxiliary. Yo no he, I haven't visited, visitado. And let's say in the question, ¿has ido al dentista este año? One more time. ¿Has ido al dentista este año? So in Spanish, to ask the question, have you, we just need to put the word has at the beginning and that's it. Has means have you, and we put any verb. ¿Has ido? Have you gone? ¿Has comido? Have you eaten? ¿Has bebido? Have you drunk? Etc., etc. In this case, have you gone to the dentist this year? ¿Has ido al dentista este año? let's take a look at this conjugation, and let me move myself so I'm not in the middle, okay? Now, we're going to need one thing. The first thing we're going to need is the auxiliary. The one to say I have, you have, she has, we have, etc., etc. In this case is the verb haber. Okay, so this is the first thing we're going to need. So let's repeat, guys, all together. Yo he, one more time. Yo he, I have, or I've. Tú has, you have. One more time. Tú has, you have. Él ha, he has. Él ha, or ella ha, she has. Ella ha, or usted ha, you have in a polite form. Nosotros hemos, we have. Nosotros hemos. Ellos han, they have. Ellos han, they have. Or ustedes han, you guys have. Ustedes han. So this is the most important part. We need to know the corresponding auxiliary for each subject. Let's repeat them one more time. Yo he, tú has, ella ha, él ha, usted ha, nosotros hemos, ellos han, ustedes han. Now let's take a look at these verbs. So we will have 3 AR ending verbs and the ER ending verbs and 1 IR ending verb. Hablar, to speak. Comprar, to buy. Estar, to be. Comer, to eat. Vivir, to live. Conocer, to know or to meet. And now, this is the rule. In the participle form, the verbs can either end in ado or in ido. If they are regular, this is very important, in the regular conjugation. So, hablar, hablado. One more time. Hablar, hablado. Speak, spoken. Hablar, hablado. Comprar, comprado. One more time. Comprar, comprado. Buy, bought. Estar, estado. One more time. Estar, estado. Be, been. Estar, estado. Now, the other verbs, the ones ending in ER or IR, they all change to ido in the regular conjugation. So, comer, comido. One more time. Comer, comido. Eat, eaten. Vivir, vivido. One more time. Vivir, vivido. Live, lived. Conocer, conocido. One more time. Conocer, conocido. So know, known, or meet, met, as you want to translate it depending on the sentence. Now, one advantage, guys, is that these forms that we have in here, the participle ones, is not one per subject, okay? It's only one. And we can use that one for all the subjects. Ella, él, tú, yo, etc., etc. That's why it's so useful to know them. So what we do, if we say, for example, I have spoken, we say, yo he hablado. One more time. Yo he hablado. I have spoken. If we say, you have spoken, we just need to change the subject and the auxiliary. We say, tú has hablado. You have spoken. Tú has hablado. Let's do she has spoken. Ella ha hablado again. Do you see how this works? Ella ha hablado. She has spoken. Nosotros hemos hablado. We have spoken. Nosotros hemos hablado. Okay, let's do one more time. Imagine we say they have been. So we say ellos han estado. One more time. Ellos han estado. Now we say you have met. Tú has conocido. One more time. Tú has conocido. So the most difficult part or the most challenging part will be to memorize the auxiliaries, but the verbs will be very, very straightforward. Now let's make a little practice with this. Let's take a look at this, and this will be the experiences, okay? Let's talk about yo and her, about she. And let's repeat, guys. Number 1, and I say yo, and I say I've been to Disneyland. Yo he estado en Disneyland. Or Disney World. Decimos, yo he estado en Disneyland. Eso, yo he estado en Disneyland. Now, I'm from Mexico, so I can tell you I've drunk tequila. Say, yo he tomado tequila. One more time, yo he tomado tequila. Now, I don't live in Venezuela, but I was born there, so I can say I've lived in Venezuela. Yo he vivido en Venezuela. One more time, yo he vivido en Venezuela. You won't believe this, but in Mexico there are some species of grasshoppers that we eat, and they're pretty delicious. And this species is called chapulines, and I've eaten them, so I say yo he comido chapulines. One more time, yo he comido chapulines. And I'm a hardcore rock and roll and heavy metal fan, so I've been to many concerts, and I say yo he ido a muchos conciertos. One more time, yo he ido a muchos conciertos. I have gone to many concerts. Now let's talk about the experiences she has. And we say she has been to Tokyo. I say ella ha estado en Tokio. One more time, ella ha estado en Tokio. Now we say she has taken a Photoshop course. Ella ha tomado un curso de Photoshop. One more time. Ella ha tomado un curso de Photoshop. Or cursos in plural. We say she has lived in Spain. So we say ella ha vivido en España. One more time. Ella ha vivido en España. As she has lived in Spain, she has also eaten this Spanish dish, which is called tapas. So let's say she has eaten tapas. Ella ha comido tapas. One more time. Ella ha comido tapas. And she has been to many festivals, to several festivals. So we say ella ha ido a varios festivales. One more time. Ella ha ido a varios festivales. So you see, the verb will remain the same, matterless of the subject. We only change the auxiliary. Now, let's say it in negative. We just need to put the no before, remember. So I say, yo no he estado en Tokio. One more time. Yo no he estado en Tokio. Let's go with ella. Ella no ha tomado tequila. One more time. Ella no ha tomado tequila. I would say, yo no he vivido en España. One more time. Yo no he vivido en España. We say, she has never eaten grasshoppers. So I say, ella no ha comido chapulines. One more time. Ella no ha comido chapulines. And it's as easy as that. Now, what about you guys? Tell me. ¿Dónde has estado? Where have you been? ¿Dónde has estado? ¿Qué has tomado? What have you taken or drunk? Tequila? Vodka? Excel courses? ¿Dónde has vivido? Where have you lived? All life in your own in the same city or elsewhere? ¿Qué has comido? What have you eaten today, this week? ¿A dónde has ido? Where have you gone to this week? please make sure to answer all these questions in the comment section down below. Also, you'll have these questions that I'm asking you so you can practice and you can respond me. ¿Has estado en Latinoamérica? Have you been to Latin America? ¿Has comido comida mexicana? Have you tried Mexican food? You should. ¿Has tomado tequila? Have you drunk tequila? You should as well. And ¿has ido al dentista este año? Have you been to the dentist this year? Now make sure to answer all these questions in the comment section. Also, you can comment if you have questions about the video or there is something you didn't understand. Alright guys, and that'll be it for today's video. Remember, the most important part you need to practice is the auxiliaries. Yo he, tú has, ella ha, nosotros hemos, etc, etc, because the verb will always behave the same if they are regular. In the following lesson, we will be studying the irregular verbs and we will learn some other applications of this tense in Spanish. So please look forward to watching that video. If you found this video useful, I would really appreciate you subscribe to the channel so I can continue doing this video and reach more people so they can learn my language. Also remember, I'm a full-time Spanish teacher, so if you want to take private lessons with me, I will link my teacher's profile in the comments of this video right below. Then I will be seeing you in the next video. Bye bye!